Hey, hi guys, welcome to Football Brownie on what is going to be called hopefully every day, but I hate the transfer window shows if I'm honest with you, but it is what it is. Uh, the first show, the transfer window open. Basically, that's what it's going to be called, transfer window open, and we'll have a chat about all the rumours and speculation and nonsense and clickbait. Right? let's get it out there right from the start. Anyway, welcome to Football Brownie, guys. Hope you're well, keeping safe, keeping each other safe, and spreading the love during this pandemic. Because we all need a little bit of loving, guys. We all need a little bit of loving. Now, before I go any further, please like, share, most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Remember, subscription. Try to that with a list. Subscription is free. So if you haven't done it yet, hit that subscriber button right now. And don't forget, keep on telling you guys this, don't forget the notification bell. Okay, because I know many people are having issues now with YouTube and notifications. So don't want to miss you out. Don't want you guys to miss out on more brownie nonsense that goes on this channel. Anyway, let's get on with it, eh? Let's get on with it. And well, where do I start? I think Lucas Digne. I think this one needs to be explained a little bit more, um, and see how it's an interesting kind of interesting story which is coming out of this. Basically, what 2 weeks ago now, I think Lucas Digne uh, had a spat with Rafa Benitez, and apparently during that spat, Luca Digne said to Rafa Benitez, "You're a shit manager and your tactics are shit." That's basically what he said. As a result, Rafa Benitez took it personally, as I'm sure anyone would really, and he wanted him out of the door straight away. Now that has obviously alerted clubs. Now, to me, Lucas Digne is one of the best left backs in the Premier League, uh, and obviously he's wanted. Then come after this is also on top of, right. Let's get this right. This is also on top of the fact that Everton are very close to breaking FFP rules. Okay, when Rafa Benitez come into Everton, he basically told, because of a situation, you need to get rid of the higher earners over better players to create finances for you to bring people you want in. So it's a bit of a coincidence that one of Everton's best players, if not the best player at Everton, Lucas Digne, who's probably valued the most, obviously all of a sudden uh, issues have happened. Issues have happened between him and Rafa Benitez, and straight away Rafa Benitez wants him out. Let's not be on. Let's not get away from the fact as well. Everton have already signed a replacement for Lucas Digne in Dino Kiev's Ukrainian uh, international left back Malonko. I think that's how we pronounce it, but then again, I do car crash names. So it's a kind of like it's unweaving the kind of story. Um, Obviously, that's alerted Premier League clubs, Newcastle, Everton to see that they would get the best deal from Newcastle because they're so desperate. Chelsea now has come in to a race. They only showed a little bit of interest apparently today or earlier on today. West Ham also showed an interest, but up until last night, definitely up until last night, Everton have apparently stated to Lucas Digne's people that they would prefer him to be sold to a non-Premier League club. As a result, Inter Milan now have shown an interest. But listen, the reason why all this is happening is two things. Obviously, the spat he had with Rafa Benitez, but also because Everton need to, get a better handle of the FFP situation, especially with a new stadium and so on being built at Bramley Moore. Right, so we'll see on Lucas Digne's situation. Aubameyang, you can't hide from the fact Aubameyang, and if you want to look back on, I think I first heard it in the UK, but I definitely heard it out in Dubai. That Newcastle's people had already been in contact with Aubameyang, and with the possibility at first a complete buy, but I think it's more coming to a loan until the end of the season. Regarding his wages, I'm told that with the loan it could well be around about 50%, 50 Newcastle pay, 50 Arsenal pay, but also as well, people have been on, well, why would Aubameyang go to Newcastle? Well, listen, you all know that my thinking of many footballers these days are mercenaries. Aubameyang is one of the biggest mercenaries. Aubameyang one of the biggest mercenaries out there, in my opinion. There is apparently, not just to Aubameyang, but to any player in which Newcastle are interested, they are going within the contracts, whether loan contracts or by contracts. Apparently they are going to be quite substantial survival clauses in, which basically means if Newcastle survive a drop, everyone is in the big bucks. So would that appeal to Aubameyang? I think it would. Would it appeal to Lingard? I think that would as well. We are also, while we're on Newcastle, Kieran Trippier. Kieran Trippier is seems to be on his way to Newcastle from Atleti. He's done he's got his career back on track at Atleti. Diego Simeone didn't want, publicly stated didn't want him to go, but also publicly stated that he will be going. He played, Atleti played Rayo Vallecano over a weekend with Atleti winning 2-0. And anyone seen the pictures, people call it a goodbye. If it was a goodbye, it'd be waving involved. But he certainly did. He was the last man to leave the pitch, and he certainly did give a warm applause to the Athletic crowd who was still in the Wanda Metropolitano Stadium. So we'll see. Nathan is in the chat. Hi, Nathan. They say it'll be a loan till the end of the season. Yeah, I'm assuming that you're on about Aubameyang. Yeah, that's what I heard. And Trippier, done deal. Yeah, no worries. I hope you're well anyway, Nath. Right, going on. Right, Adama Traore. And people have always been saying, why are Wolves getting rid of Adama Traore? First thing I'd like to put on record, right, is I do not rate Adama Traore. I do not rate him one bit. How on earth he gets into the Spanish national team is beyond me. I'll be completely honest with you. But it is what it is. He couldn't hit. What's that phrase? He couldn't hit the barn door with a. I'm going to use a better phrase. He couldn't pull a hooker in a brothel. He couldn't pull a hooker in a brothel. right? Basically, well, he probably would, but anyway, regarding Adama Traore. Now, this may surprise a few of you. This may surprise a few, yeah. But many people know that I'm an avid listener to Kieran Maguire, the Price of Football podcast. We've had Kieran Maguire on this channel before, and hoping that he'll be coming on in a not too distant future again. And basically, Kieran Maguire has answered queries from Wolves fans for, I would say, the last 3 or 4 months now, doing these shows or doing his shows, because Wolves fans are confused, and I must admit I am as well. But Wolves fans are confused why UEFA are really putting pressure on them regarding FFP. Now, what you guys need to understand is FFP is spread along a certain amount of seasons. And it isn't the current owners, it was the previous owners, which basically, I think especially in the championship season, actually spent way beyond their means to get into the Premier League. I know that because I'm a Cardiff fan, and Cardiff finished second to them that one season. Anyway, so because of that, UEFA are really putting pressure on Wolves at the moment, and have been doing for the last 12 months. Wolves now need to sell. Now, the rumour is Adama Traore around about 25 million. Let's be completely honest, the way Premier League players are going these days, that could well be, that could well be a bargain for some clubs. Obviously, that's alerted now other clubs, Tottenham, West Ham, amongst probably others. It's alerted other clubs, but the reason in which Wolves are selling is because they have issues with FFP and they need to balance the books a bit. Now, when we mention Wolves, we'll also mention my club, Cardiff City. And there's rumours, Kiefer Moore. Now, Wolves went into a pitiful bid in the summer, last day of the transfer window in the summer, with a pitiful, rumoured to be 5 million plus add-ons bid. Kiefer Moore's worth, in my opinion, 10 million. In the meantime, Kiefer Moore has changed his agent. Now, he didn't play at West Brom in the weekend. Nobody really knows why, if I'm honest with you. And so does that mean that with Wolves, if Wolves can cash in on Adama Traore, would that then free up for more funds to go back to the target they had in the summer, which was Kiefer Moore? Don't know. It's all up in the air. Regarding Traore as well, though, what Wolves have also done is one of the best creators Cardiff have had was on loan from Wolves, which was Ryan Giles. Absolute, honest God, some of his crossing, 9 assists so far this season for Cardiff. They now recalled him. It's a bit of a coincidence that Adama Traore is rumoured to be going out the door, and now they've recalled Ryan Giles. Could that be to replace him, or at least be backup for someone who will be replacing him? So there you go. Only short and sweet one, but it's a start, isn't it? Start to the transfer silly season and the transfer shows on Football Brownie. Okay, later on. Oh, first of all, please check out the channel figures as well. All gone up. I think they've all gone up, apart from Insta in the end. And there's there's all the platforms underneath. So please, if you can, please help the channel, help the community. Later on, actually going to do a watch along. Going to do a French Cup watch along, actually. with Lons and Leo, and because there's not much going on, within this country football wise tonight, so we're going to just pop over the channel and take in some French Cup football. So please join us. Probably will be a late night Q&A then after that. So I'd love you all to join, take part, and keep enjoying Football Brownie. Okay, take care. Hasta luego. See you soon. Bye-bye.